2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is about to start.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Yes, but they certainly have to make the most of every moment they get because there'll be very few today. Fire up. This is a big rivalry, this one. Well struck. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Outstanding approach shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Well, that looked good for a long way. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And that makes her in a share of first. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
This putt about 11 feet in distance. It was on a good line. This putt coming up is for birdie. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup. Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Oh, so close. And this putt coming up for her par. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 2 strokes. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the 4th hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
She is proving herself to be quite the thorn in Justin Rose's side here. Rosie, I think you've got yourself in for a battle here.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take her to 2 under.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
You always like that on long putts when you just have to go ahead and tap it in stress-free. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Oh, wonderful shot, and a chance for birdie at the 5th. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
And with it, she's going to extend the lead on the field.
Setting the tone early in this round.
So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in 2nd place. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to this green. It's fairly flat, but finding it a 2, well, that's a tall order.
Wonderfully played.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Going with the 7. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. And he's holed it. What a shot.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. That was special.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Yep, tracking well.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will take her to 4 under. And she's our leader. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Rich, New Orleans, or should I say New Orleans. How good is it here to be on the bayou? This is a special week. It's a great eating week and a real festival atmosphere.
It is, and it's hosted on a golf course that provides plenty of fireworks as well. What a cool design this is. It's wide open off the tee, but then the greens are minuscule in size, and they have these little runoff areas where it doesn't look like you're going to be in much trouble, but you start missing a couple of greens in a row, and you start getting these head scratching. Well, do I bump it in there? Do I flop it on the green? Do I take it low, high, medium, bump it into the... I mean, you have so many different ways of playing shots around these greens that you can outthink yourself. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these players, is that usually you have one option when you miss a green. Here, you got a whole lot of them. So this golf course grabs your attention, especially around the greens, which makes it quite difficult for a lot of these players.
Oh, that's a beauty. How about holding that one? And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard.
Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead.
The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot if you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side. You're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Easy par, that. And now over to Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Our leader really starting to gap the field now. Their advantage is 9 shots. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Well played. And that will take it to 6 under. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Here she goes again, making putt after putt. The lead just keeps extending.
And that will move her to 7 under.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And this putt for 4th place.
That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement.
And that shot goes in. That'll be a birdie. And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Look out world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour. And we look back in the greatness in sports, right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods then didn't go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I can tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be and will forever be.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Time for the second shot here at the 13th. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. A wonderful shot, and a chance for birdie here on the 13th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
A bit too much pace on that one.
Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. That's nicely done.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently in 4th place.
Well, that's the perfect shape. Just controlling a fade. Oh, well played. And back to the course with the live action. This putt to get to double digits under the card.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
Well, the good thing about making bogeys is it gives you a chance to bounce back at the next.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's sitting there just in 3rd place.
We drew that one up perfectly, didn't he? He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
And needed to put some draw on that one, but just couldn't get it dialed in.
Opting for the 6-iron.
That dog will hunt.
Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. Ouch, that hurts.
An opportunity to make a par here. And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in 1st place ahead of Tiger Woods, who's 2nd.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Well, as we approach the final holes here at TPC Louisiana, the short par 4 16, Rich, it's a good one, but also a challenging one.
Only the brave will take driver out on this short hole. Long irons, hybrids, fairway woods down the left-hand side is just fine.
Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. So I might need to set. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
And down it goes. Sitting at -8 for the day.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
If you ought to win at TPC Louisiana, you've got to hit a couple of very important shots late. The tee shot here at 17, Rich, is one of them.
A tee shot that no player likes to face. Water all the way down the left-hand side. The bailout zone out to the right falls away from the green. No fun whatsoever.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. That's disappointing. And down it goes. Let's head to the next.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently in 3rd place.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
The closing hole at TPC Louisiana has water all the way down the right, Rich, but that's not its only issue.
Bailing out to the left, you'll find some menacing bunkers that you want no part of. However, if you find the fairway, going for it in 2 would be very tempting.
Oh, what a shot by our leader.
Put every ounce they had into that drive.
Well, that's right out of the top drawer. A great shot from our leader.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Well, what an opportunity in front of her. This for the tournament. If it's up, it could be in. Rich, it's time you and I went down to Bourbon Street because we've just crowned our Zurich Classic in New Orleans champion.
This player taking a big bite out of the Big Easy with this win at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans.
Well, Henny, when they came into this rivalry, we weren't sure if they were going to be good enough to win the battle. They not only won that, they won the war.
Luke, while they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking. Here, smell this. We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.